Howdy, folks. It is me again. I don't need picture in picture. There ain't but one of me. I don't think you'd want me twice. So, it is the Bourbon Baron here with another episode of Sticks-n-Stones. It's been a great weekend. Storms are about to roll in, so I figured I needed to get out here and have another cigar and a little more bourbon before the rains come. So, I've got a really great matchup today. It's one of my favorite bourbons, Maker's Mark. This is their number 46, French Oaked, O-A-K-E-D. And I am pairing that with a brand that I really love. I have very little experience with this particular cigar, but all of Plasencia's lines are excellent. This is the Alma Fuerte, and it is the Robustus Dos. Yes, it is Robustus, not Robusto. So I am going to go ahead, now that we got this, I'm going to go ahead and tear off the main band. There was a foot band. I've already got that off. We'll just be left with the one little piece there on the right up at the top. Well, it's not coming off easy. So, all right, there we go. That's what it looks like. All right, now, Maker's Mark. It is a Kentucky straight bourbon. It is owned, Maker's Mark, by Beam Suntory. The distillery is Maker's Mark in Kentucky. This is an ongoing release. It is 94 proof, which is 47% alcohol by volume. So it's got a really nice proof to it. I think it has to be above 80 to be a bourbon. And you know, most bourbons fall in that like 85 to 90 range. This one takes it up just a hair to 94. It is a non-age statement, though it is approximately aged 6 years. The mash bill is 70% corn, 16% wheat, 14% malted barley. So it's a nice wheated bourbon. Let's get some glassed up here. I swear I haven't had anything to drink today. One problem, screw on top. You know I like corks. So, but this is just a beautiful bourbon. I love Maker's Mark. I know they haven't been around like some of the old hands, but they sure do know what they're doing. So on the visual, you can tell that is just a beautiful, beautiful, like, I don't know, maybe a dark toffee. It's got kind of a deep reddish copper color to it. The MSRP, somewhere around $40. 45. Prices are going up. It may be up to around 50 now. It's hard to tell, but you know, on the nose, I could just sit and smell this bourbon all day. Wow. I mean, you can really tell that Makers has fully embraced the French oak staves that they've used in the aging process. Now, what I'm getting off of this is nice notes of like buttery cinnamon and sugar toast. It's kind of one of the things I grew up on as Gen X and living in the country. You know, that was French toast to you, you know, or to me. You butter, cinnamon, sugar, put it in a little oven thing and let it toast. Oh, I also get some brown sugar. Notes of like caramel, maybe some creme brulee, kind of that, you know, where they've toasted the top of the custard kind of thing. It is just really complex and balanced and just has a delightful aroma. But it all kind of revolves around sweetness in the nose. So on the palate, there are even more sweet notes that carry over from the nose, kind of that caramelized sugar, kind of think of the creme brulee, the little flame thing on top. Some caramel, some really nice oak notes. And when you first take a sip, there's no alcohol burn on it at all. Once you swallow, then the alcohol burn kind of kicks in on the back of your tongue. It's a very odd dynamic, but it's really good. And as you can see, I've been testing it out. That is just an excellent spirit. It is. Maker's Mark makes some really great spirits. If you don't keep a bottle of Maker's Mark around, you probably should. Even if it's not the 46, just the base spirit. It's very economical, $24, $25 for a fifth. And it's a great spirit just to keep on your shelf. People that are new to that kind of thing, it'd be something good, for them. People come over, I'll try a little bourbon. Here's a good one for you to try. This is a great place for you to get your training wheels. So now, the Plasencia Alma Fuerte. This is the Robustus 2. It's called the Robustus because it is 5 1/8. That's the length by 55 on the ring gauge. That's this. So it's a little different. A Robusto is somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 by 50. So it's a little fatter, just a hair longer. Now, it is a Nicaraguan stick. It is a Nicaraguan puro. The binder, the wrapper, the binder, the filler, and the wrapper. The filler, the binder, and the wrapper, however you want to put them, all are from Nicaragua. The wrapper is a beautiful Nicaraguan jalapa. Now, on the visual, you can tell it's just a kind of a beautiful kind of toffee, dark toffee kind of brown. The seams, which you can probably see on the camera, are visible but tight. It has a decent amount of veins in it, but only one, that one right there, you can kind of see it on the camera right there. Yeah, it shows up. Is really prominent. The rest of them are fairly muted. So it does have a little bit of oil sheen on it as well. And a double cap. So on the nose. Now the nose on this stick is really, really simple. I get some barnyard and a little bit of leather, and then a really nice Spanish cedar note. And that's pretty much it. Let's give it a cut. I V-cut it, my favorite cut. Now, on the cold draw, I get more cedar, a little bit of cocoa, maybe some raisins kind of tied in there as well, and just a pinch of kind of florally note. And then there's some sort of almost like a minerally kind of, iodine kind of thing, just a minerally kind of aftertaste in there, just a hair. And I can't exactly put my finger on what that is, but it does come across as minerally to me. All right, let's fire it up. That's what we're here for, right? And we're making great time. I'm gonna kind of jump ahead a little bit to the retro inhale, where the smoke came out my nose. That minerally is there too, and what it really reminds me of is kind of a. I don't mean this in a bad way at all, but it's kind of a chlorine, kind of like a swimming pool kind of thing. Maybe this is like a great cigar to have in the pool here when summer finally kicks off. It's still like water's like 60 degrees. You don't want to get in it now. And I also get a tremendous amount of spice on the retro inhale too. I get a little bit of that. I kind of actually did both at once. I kind of retroed and let it come out my mouth almost at the same time. I picked up a little bit of leather back in there too. Uh, on the palate, I get more cedar, and there's something along the lines of kind of a doughy, but Doughy or IE, however you want to spell that. But it is really along the lines of like pretzels, not like the little thin ones, like the big Annie Ann's or whatever, the big thick soft pretzels. You kind of get that kind of doughy taste on your palate. There's some earthiness and some nuttiness. Not any specific nut, just kind of a little nutty flavor in there. And then there is some, like on the cold draw, there's a little bit of a light florally note in there. It's really good. It's burning a little uneven. Could be me. Oh, it's not you, baby. It's me. Uh, I want to touch that up, but I want to get through this right here first because this is what we're all here for. Oh, wow. All of those sugary notes with the cinnamon sugar and the caramel and the kind of oakiness all really come together very well with the palate of the stick, um, because you're getting that, when you go to, Annie Ann's is the only one I can think of. So I don't want any like copyright things. It's the only one I can think of. You don't have to get just salt on pretzel, which those are really, really good. But they give like the cinnamon sugar kind of thing on the pretzel, and it's delicious. Same kind of thing. You've got the sugary and the pretzely doughy. When I cook biscuits, I'm a country boy. I don't make them from scratch. Not that. But when I make biscuits, number one, I butter the inside of the pan before I put the biscuits in there. It gives them a nice golden brown on the bottom and outside and gets that buttery. And then I will sprinkle them either with regular sugar or with a little bit of brown sugar. Cornbread, I'll drizzle honey across the top. So yeah, I love sugary stuff. You wouldn't think it now because I've lost like 60, 65 pounds, but and sugar was the big part of it. I cut a lot of the sugar out. Mm. A really great volume of smoke coming off of this stick. It's still a little wavy, but what I was seeing earlier, it looks like it's straightening itself on out. So I'm not gonna touch it. I'm just gonna let it keep going, and just see how it does. I may have to touch it up a little later, but yeah, this is a really great smoke producer. It's got a really easy draw on it without being over easy. There are some cigars you smoke that they're really too easy, and it's easy for you to overdraw and really make yourself nauseous. I've done it a few times. I won't mention any names, but there is one particular manufacturer, one particular line of cigar that manufacturer produces that I've smoked it 2 or 3 times, and every time, and I think it's because the draw is so loose on it. I've been thinking about ordering some more of them, just giving it another try, because it's one of the brands that I really love, and you know, I really want to love it all. So another sip. If you are into bourbons or just whiskeys in general that tend to have a sweeter profile, this is one of them that you would probably like. It's not sweet like one that is like a honey liqueur or something like that. It's not that. I mean, this is a full-blown bourbon. It's just the way it's distilled, what they put into it, gives it some really great sweeter notes. And it's also really good when you're pairing it with a cigar that complements that. I know this is, you know, the purists are going to be like, but I love coffee-infused cigars, like the Java line. And those have a sweeter profile. It's got that nice, rich coffee notes to it. I think this would go really well with it, really well. And this would go with a lot of bourbons. Just off the top of my head, I could like Gentleman Jack from Jack Daniels, Wild Turkey, Long Branch. I think those would also make excellent choices for this one. You just want to make sure you don't get one that's, I wouldn't smoke this with like a rye. Ryes tend to be really spicy, and I think that would overpower the cigar. Wouldn't want to do that. This line, the one that is the most expensive, is one that is not only just box pressed, it's pressed into the shape of a stop sign. It's like 8-sided. That stick is like $28. I'm a po' boy. I can't do that. But this one is not. It's down right at the top of my range. So it's a great cigar. You definitely need to try one. That's for sure. I think it appears that my technical issues, at least for now, are worked out. I'm on X. I'm on YouTube. So anytime I tell you I'm going live, that's where you can find me. Now I'm using OneStream. I've come back to them. I'm really kind of liking the ease of use. May not have all the features that I want, but the big thing is it doesn't matter what features it has if I can't go live, right? I would like to be able to get onto live stream onto Instagram and Rumble, but I could probably make the Rumble work, but you can't just like I put my information in for my accounts at X and YouTube and it automatically carries. You can't do that with Rumble. Rumble requires security keys and this and that, and I'm a country boy from Arkansas that now lives in Texas, claims to be a Texan. I've been here for over a dozen years. I'm Texan. But I don't know how to do all that stuff. And until I can be the Joe Rogan of the cigar whiskey industry, that's probably not going to happen. So that means it's probably not going to happen at all. But, this cigar, it's got a really great burn time to it. It's not like super slow, which you would expect something with a really tight draw. So you really have to struggle with it to keep it going. It burns really well. It's got some really nice stacks of ash. Like I said, that kind of wavy in the beginning, I think, was me. And then the cigar was like, sit down, we'll take it from here. And they straightened it out. The leaves got together and straightened it out. Like I made a comment on a post in the last couple of days, somebody else's post, and they were talking about having a cigar at the golf course or whatever. It was a great cigar to, while you're golfing. And I said, well, this would be a great cigar, but where I golfed at, the squirrels all got together and got a petition, and I can't go there anymore. So they got tired of getting hit with golf balls. Squirrels tremble at the sound of my name. Yeah. But I look the part, though. I got the $1,500 set of tailor-mades with a matching bag, and all I look like I'm going to be just an ace. Funny story. When I was in the military, I've been in 3 branches. I was in the Army for 6 years, and we were having a tournament, some other units, and you got put with people that you didn't know. So I got these. I'm apparently the 3 guys that I'm in the foursome with. They kind of knew each other. It didn't seem like they were like buddies, but they kind of knew each other. I didn't know any of them. And so I step up first tee, Timber Creek, Timberland, something like that, down in South Mississippi around Hattiesburg. The first tee is a dog leg right, and I mean like an L. There's no like curving. Oh no. I step up, and I have a slice that can cut bread, and I reared back and let go with that driver, and it went right down and curved around that corner. And I looked at those guys, and they all looked at each other, and they like, oh, we got an ace here. This guy's going to be great. Hole number 2 is a dog leg left. I get up, and I whack into it and out into the trees. I'm like, yep, this pony's only got one trick. But since I met Mrs. Sticks-n-Stonez, I hadn't been to the golf course. I liked the golf. It was a great, like social thing. But I found that when you marry a woman that you want to be with, you forget about the other stuff. It's like I haven't been hunting. One of the reasons I came to Texas was I'm like, yeah, great deer hunting. I'd love deer hunt down here. My brother-in-law has a place a couple hours from here. And I've got a deer house, what I call it, enclosed. I bought it, plastic, sets on a metal thing, whatever. And it's been out there for 2 years. I ain't been inside of it since I took it out there. My first wife, I went to the deer woods every weekend season was open. Spawn of Satan. She was. When first house we owned, there were some problems, and so she had some people from the church come over and go pray, and one of them walked in the front door, and she's like, "There's a very dark presence here," and I'm like, "Yeah, you're talking to her." You ain't figured that out yet? My buddy Dave. We and I roomed together when I was in the Air Force, and we'd do our weekends. We'd stay in the same hotel room, and so he'd have to listen to me on the phone at this moment. And so he caught me one weekend, and he's like, "Dude," he said, "I got to tell you," he said, we talked about going down to the Japanese steakhouse tonight. He said, "Well, that's because your wife called me. This is the Satan, and it's your birthday, so she wants to take you out. So she's driving over with a friend of hers. So, she told me not to tell you, but man, I can't spring that on you." So we get down there, and he's just like, "Dude," he said, "she can't be as bad as what you're saying she is," because he'd never met her. We go in, we have dinner, they do the birthday thing, all that kind of stuff. And she's just pleasant as pie. Come out, say goodbye and all that. We're walking back to my truck, and she's like, "Dude, I didn't see anything wrong with her." I'm like, I will bet you I will bet you within 15 minutes, I will get a text message about what a shitty person I am and how much she hates me. He's like, I'll take that bet. 11 minutes later, bing. Read that, brother. He's like, all right, here's $10. He said, I cannot believe you can. Dude, I've been living with her for a long time. All right. Problem. Don't like that. Cigar guy Tom, I'm going to be emailing you. I had an Alma Fuerte and the wrapper started coming off. I'm telling you now. I'm going to text you as soon as I get back inside. He's my Plasencia guy. Well, the cigar has not really changed much. We're kind of getting close to the half. I've decided it's just much easier to keep these to 30 minutes, kind of let you know all the basics, everything, get you started, and then let you charge on from there yourself and keep them under 30 minutes. So there hasn't been a lot of change in the stick. It's marrying very well with the Maker's 46. I would highly recommend either of these. I would give this stick, I would give it about a 91 out of 100 matchsticks. I would give the Spirit, I would give it a 94 out of 100 Whiskey Stones. I think they're both really great. They're perfect together as far as I'm concerned. I'd love to hear your takes on either one or both. See one of my daughters in the background. And let me know your thoughts. Leave comments. Hit me up on I'm on Instagram. I'm on X. I've been spending a whole lot of time on X here lately. And then I've got, it carries to YouTube. There's even a Sticks-n-Stonez Facebook, even though I don't really go over there that much. Still there. So anyway, just please hit like, subscribe, share, notify, ring all the bells, all that kind of stuff. And again, I love comments. I love hearing from you. I've kind of retooled everything, so I'm hoping it's working out a little better for everybody, working out for me, working out for y'all, and I'm hoping to build a really large following. That would be excellent. So, hey, cigars are an indulgence. Spirits are an indulgence. It is great to get together and spend a little time and find out about a stick you might not have known about. Be like, okay, well now I think I may want to go buy that. So, but until we get to be together again, keep your sticks dry, your stones cold, and have a great day.